Okay, welcome to the series on love, sex, marriage, and divorce, God's view. We looked at the popular view, we looked at the religious view, now we are looking at God's view. An awesome blueprint God had when He created man, when He created family. The first priority He has was fellowship with Him. So you experience His love. The second priority was your career. God has a career for you. He has a calling for you. And He is providing everything, moving you towards that calling. And the third was a partner, a helper, a companion. Now we come to the fourth priority. Genesis chapter 2 verse 24 says, that is why a man leaves his father and mother. Which is why. The verse before says, Adam named her woman because she was taken out of man, and this woman was completing the man. And we said that is what love is. It's one of completion. It's more than emotion, more than chemistry. So when you found your girl, or when you found your man who makes you complete, he says that is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife. And they become one flesh. And that they become one flesh, I used to think that means they have sexual intercourse. That's not what it is saying. The language used in Hebrew is like a hand was connected to my body. And that hand is part of this body, it's one flesh. We are not two people anymore. And it says Adam and his wife were both naked. And they felt no shame. Is my head going to feel shame about my left hand or right hand? And also what's beautiful is not only they were naked and they felt no shame because they were one, but it also means more than physical nakedness, I believe. When you make a marriage commitment, there is a safety in it to be yourself. Not only you can show your whole body to the other person, you can show yourself to the other person. Your insecurities, your fears, your past failures, and because you're one, she's your hand. It's beautiful. You know, in that commitment, there is safety. We can be vulnerable with one another. That's why God wants you to seek marriage commitment when you have found the person who makes you complete. Sometimes children think, well, mom and dad, they have nothing to do with this. I found my person, I'm going to go and marry. Can I tell you, it's a big deal in God's eyes. When the parents who raised you up, when you come under their hands and you hold hands of your partner, God wants that to be done in an honorable way. Know that the blessings of the parents go a long way. So I was really blown away when I was preparing for this message. So Genesis chapter 9, verses 24 to 26. Look what happened here. When Noah awoke from his wine and found out what his younger son Ham had done to him. So what happened here was Noah planted a vineyard and he drank wine from his vineyard. He got drunk and then he got naked and he was lying on the bed naked, and his younger son Ham saw his nakedness and he didn't want to do anything about it, went and told his brothers, and then his older brother came with the second brother, walking backwards to cover dad's shame without looking at it. So now Noah awoke and realized what his younger son had done to him. He said, cursed be Ham. The lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers. You know, the Canaanites later on were descendants of Ham. I used to think, God, how is it fair that you kick the Canaanites out to give your people the land? But I took comfort that God told Abraham, for 400 years you will be in another land because the sin of the Canaanites have not reached to the point of judgment. So wow, God, cool that. You waited till they deserved the judgment. But when I read this, my God, the father's curse actually came upon these guys and they became slaves. And look verse 26. Noah also said, praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem, the oldest son. May Canaan, the descendants of Ham, be the slave of Shem. Guess who Abraham was? He was a descendant of Shem. I thought God just picked Abraham. No. Because of the father's blessings, Abraham was picked. So can I tell you, my friends, when you found your partner, get your parents involved, show them the honor, and have a marriage function. Let them feel honored for raising you up. You found the person who makes you complete. You show gratitude, particularly get their blessings. That will pass on for many generations. So that is God's priority number 4.